Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we've got a fun comparison. We're looking at the Haute42 leverless hitbox style controllers, and we've got the S13, the M13, and the T16 all on the table, and we're going to figure out not so much which one is better, but just what's the difference and why would you pick one over the other. So let's kind of move, let's get there. All right, start with the S. Why would you get the S? So comparing the three, again, we'll kind of put the sizes here. See how much bigger that one is. And how much wider it is. You can see all that there. And if you need some reference, here's the, again, the Brooks adapter when I hold it here. So it's, wow, about to the logo there. And space into the top. Same, yeah, so almost the same around as far as size difference. So who's looking for this controller? You've never had a leverless controller and you're trying to figure out what you want to do. This is the option you want to start with. So for me, I started with the Aliexpress 3D printed leverless controller, and I was more than happy with this. It did not last very long, and that's only because I didn't realize how to pick buttons. The buttons on here have like a two-prong plug. The switch is the same, but they plug into the plug some type of way. And my daughter was playing, the kids were playing, I guess, and it just kind of wobbled these loose. That's just natural playing. So that shouldn't have happened, but it did. So when you're comparing, you're going to pay about $5 or $6 more for this, but you want this, right? So I'm going to move this here. You do want this. Why? The buttons, they don't feel loose. When I do that, they do feel like they're already, you can kind of see them wobbling there, right? They're already wobbling. Whereas here, you know, you can slide all that different stuff. We put grip tape on ours, but you know, the build quality is perfect. You can customize them to all the way you want. You know, you just unscrew it, you slide the paper in, screw it back on. It is tedious because you have to cut the holes out and, you know, everything, but it's one time, right? You put your paperwork in, you're done. We put little cable managers on top, so we have our little sideways plug and we fit it right here. This is perfect if you're into Stackbox Micro, where it's a smaller buttons and a bigger button on the bottom. The footprint's very small, and they feel really good. Everything feels great. You're going to be really happy with this. Then we get to the M, right? So with the M model, again, it's slightly bigger than this one, and the build quality is very nice, right? It's metal. You feel it feels nice and cold, and when you're using it, you can pretty much carry this with you wherever. You don't have to worry about it, you know, breaking or falling apart. And this is the same. I don't ever worry about this breaking or the T breaking. The buttons here are the same size as this button all around this one, so you don't have any more small buttons on either one of these two controllers. When you're playing, we'll kind of do a sound test, I guess. You know, the buttons are a little bit louder, but the keycaps are different materials. I think that plays a factor. But when you're using this controller, it's really nice. It's really fun to play with. I really like this one, and we have a really good time playing with this. We're still trying to figure out how to do the custom artwork with some 3D printing stickers or vinyl. So I'll hopefully have a follow-up video on that, but there's that one. So I'm gonna put this here, put this here, and then we get to the T. And this one's out, right? So the Model T, right? Well, we'll come back. Before we do, one more thing. Comparing this to the Aliexpress model, right? So again, you can see this one here is about, it's actually a little bit, it's wider, right? And the height's about the same, but it's a little bit wider than the S. The buttons are here. Right? These build quality are clearly better than these, but again, you pay for what you get. You're paying for a better built, better put together device, and that's what you're getting. I'm really excited. I hope they make this in the size of the T16. You know, like an M16 or M16 large, that'd be really, really nice. The metal build quality too, and everything else stays the same, just bigger with either 16 buttons or 13, I haven't decided, but that would be very nice. When we get to the T, this controller was the one I started with, and I really love this controller. Again, I have very big hands. I wear a XXX motorcycle riding glove, so my fingers are long, right? So when I play with this one, I do use a little smaller Tupperware, and I put it on my lap, and that way I can fit. But when I'm holding the controller, it feels fine when I'm holding it. But if I just held it like this on my lap, yeah, it's not going to work out too well for me. My daughter loves it, and I've noticed that everywhere I go and look, everyone's playing on Stackbox Micro. So it's really me that's the odd one that needs a bigger layout, right? This is really like perfect size, because if you are used to the smaller and you just want to go up a little bit, boom, you found it. The M is right there. The build quality is perfect, and the buttons are bigger, so you're going to get everything you're looking for. If you want the same build quality as the S, this T model is perfect. The buttons are the same size as this one. The frame is bigger than both, but the the feel of these two are exactly the same. You really can't go wrong. So let me size compare, and then we'll get to the results here. So you can see this one here is about yay high, and the height, let me turn it about long. The size on this one is about yay high. We'll put them kind of on top of each other here. You can see better. Like that, there you go. So what's the difference? This one, about the same, right? It's about a Brooks to the head here difference, whereas the other one was about to there. As far as the top, you know, about to there in size. So we'll get that out the way. All the adapters are the same. You will put your pass-through adapter right here on the M. The T is on the right-hand side here. You can see that there. And the power plug is right here as well. And then on the S, it's on the side, just like the T. And these two are basically, you know, husband, wife, brother, sister. I don't know the word for it, but they're akin to each other, right? Do I need 16 buttons or do I need 13 buttons? That question is tough to answer because with the 16, they are there. They do not get in the way. So I've never had a problem with them, you know. And then they all have the 2 ups, which I really love them. And then when you get your 13 models here, the buttons aren't here, but you don't miss them, right? If they're there, you like them, but if they're not there, you really don't miss them. It's tough. I can't tell you what to pick. I don't have a preference myself, but when it comes to these 3 extra buttons here, if you're the type to use extra buttons, then get the 16, right? But if you have, with this one, I don't know how it would feel with the extra buttons here because it's already kind of small. I would probably be hitting them. I would get used. I mean, if you own it, you're gonna get used to it, right? So I probably would not be hitting them. And actually, it'd probably be kind of nice because they're small. I could hit it really quick and it wouldn't be a problem. But that's what you're looking for. If you know you like extra buttons, you want to put your 1+2 on a button, your 3+4 on another button, and something else, like especially like, you know, 1 and 4 on the top button, you would do that. And that's why you would want the 16 buttons. There's, you know, you'll be happy either way. So again, we'll kind of get into what you're looking at. This one, if you're just starting out with leverless, you don't know what you want to do, buy this one. Get this. You won't spend much money. It's cheaper than an Xbox or PlayStation controller. It's a nice entry into the leverless hitbox, snapbox, you know, space, and you can't go wrong. You'll be very happy and you'll be saving up. Once you have this, you'll start playing with this and you'll start saving up for either one of these two. So I'll put him this way. The M. When you want the M, you want that premium metal, large button, just high quality feel. It's very nice, very nice. It's weighted too, it feels really good. You're really gonna like this controller and you really can't go wrong. You're really gonna like it. Put that back here. The T, if you wanna spill the tea, right? So you want the T, the Model T model. This one is the combination of both, plus more. So it's bigger as far as wider and a little bit taller. The buttons are the same, they're really quiet, they're soft. The materials, I like these keycaps. You can't go wrong with this one. So if you already know you like leverless, you're really on the fence between these two. The reason you would get this one is it's wider and slightly taller, barely, but it's wider and slightly taller. So it's gonna fit in your lap nice. But if you're not worried about that, then you would like this one because it's premium build quality. The buttons are the same and what have you. I do wish they had these keycaps in like a black smoke color and they put those on this, but I get why they did it. If it would have had a smoky color, it would look kind of cheap, right? But when you put these buttons here, it has that premium look and feel, and it just looks like night red. It looks very nice and all blacked out. I really, really like it. So when it comes to the 3, they are equally just as good. I've dealt with products where there's a clear difference. One is better than the other. But with these 3 here, they're all very equal, and they just have their own different benefits that we just covered. And I think you're going to like any option you pick off the table. And I'm really hoping they make this one the size of this one. With that metal build quality, I would love to get, try to review that one and see how that goes because that would be so awesome. But that again is the Haute42 S13, T13, T16. You can't go wrong picking any of the options. You're really going to like them. Thanks for watching.